I would like to introduce one kind of plant that I love it a lot when I was kid. It's a kind of roots or wild yam. In Thai language we call gloy, but in English, in scientific name they call Dioscorea hispida. It's a kind of plant that people eat a lot when we have famine, when we have problem, no food. Whenever we have no food, people will go to the forest and harvest this kind of roots in the forest, and then they prepare them and eat them. It's a source of carbohydrate, the cheapest, easiest, and then the best carbohydrate for human. But now not many people eat this plant, because it's start to be rare now in many areas. And then the biggest problem of this plant is very strong, toxic. It have very high poison in this plant. If you don't prepare in the right way, you can get sick easily. You can get dizzy and vomit, or some people can die from it too. But if you prepare well, it will be very, very delicious. It's very good carbohydrate, good food. This is the root of Dioscorea. When we dug it up like this, they can sprout in May. Even they're not in the soil, they will sprout because they save a lot of food in the tuber, in the head. So May they start to sprout, and after that they will grow fast. They have very nice vine with a little bit thorn and hairy leaves, and not very long they will have flowers. Their flowers so tiny like this, so we can propagate from seed also, but the seed is quite small. But mainly we propagate from roots. It's a lot easier. The seeds, it drop on the ground, it's too small to harvest them, and then it takes too long to propagate from seed. Mainly we just propagate from roots, a lot easier. They sprout around beginning of May or June, but around October they will dry up. All the leaves and the vine will dry up like this. So this is the time to harvest them. After November is a good time to harvest them. So we need to recognize where they are in the soil. Sometimes we need to look at the dry stem like this. If you used to them, you can find them easily. So we need to learn a little bit how to harvest them. So to recognize them is quite easy. If you plant them, you know where it is. And then the roots underground is quite big. So we need to dig it up. Be a little bit careful so we will not cut the root too much. It will not ruin the root. So this kind of plant, the root can grow above the ground under the leaves a little bit. So they can grow with another plant easily. They will not fight for food. They will be friend. They can be friend with any kind of plant, especially big trees. If we plant them under the big tree, they love it because the big tree will give them leaves as food, and then they can rely on the stem of the tree. So this kind of root or yam, there's two groups of them. One group is yellow color, one group is white color. But it doesn't matter, all of them can be edible. When we harvest them, the way to eat them, we need to wash them very well and slice them thin, very, very thin, like this. While we are slicing them, while we're working with the root, we need to put glove on because the toxic can make it itchy. It's good to have a glove all the time when we work with it, and wash it. Always throw in the water and soak in the water, wash it often. After we slice them very well, we need to soak with salt, 20 kilograms of roots and 1 kilogram of salt, and add water and let it soak like this for 2 nights. After 2 nights, we need to clean them with fresh water 3 times. Clean them 3 times, and then we can soak them again. And after that, we need to wash them every morning. Wash them 3 times in a row, 3 water, 3 times in the morning every day for 6 days. After we wash them 3 times for 6 days, we can put them in the basket. And then this is the basket we use. We use a lot of banana leaf and put the yam that we soaked 6 days already on a basket like this, and put something heavy to press it, to squeeze the water out. And then after 4-5 days, we can eat them. We can cook them. Mainly we steam them like this. But if we cannot eat them all, we can dry them. Whenever we want to eat them, we just soak in the water and steam them again. This is the good food. When I was a kid, my area, we eat a lot of steamed sticky rice. We always put the Dioscorea on top and steam them. After we steam them, I love to add young coconut shred and sugar on top. It will be the best food forever. So this is the food that many people have to rely on them when we have crisis in our life. Now we need to preserve Dioscorea hispida before it's extinct, because it's very useful. When we plant them anywhere, they will be there forever, because no bugs, no pests will eat them, and then they always propagate more and more. We don't know when we will have crisis in our life, when we will have no food. We can go back to where we plant and have them. To preserve this wild yam, we need to preserve the technique or the wisdom how to eat them too, because it takes so long for our ancestors to learn how to eat them. Many of them get sick, many of them die. So this knowledge is very precious. If we let this knowledge, this wisdom disappear, we need to start to get sick and die again, to experiment again, to be able to eat them. So this wisdom is very precious. We need to save it, preserve it, along with this kind of plant too.